What is up, you guys? I know I haven't made a video in a while. God hasn't really given me any ideas of what to make, but now I do. Um, so, since I feel in my spirit that the rapture can happen at any single second whatsoever, I don't feel. I feel in my spirit that we're not going to be here 15 years from now. That the rapture is going to be long over with. I believe with all my heart that animals that have passed on, like dogs, cats, hamsters, rats, mice, will be in the rapture, will come down from heaven with the angels and with Jesus Christ in the sky. And when all the saved get raptured up into the sky, that we will be reunited with our loved ones and also our pets that passed on. Now, if they don't appear in the rapture, don't worry, because animals definitely do go to heaven. I am 100% about that, because I'm 99% about them being in the rapture, coming down out of heaven. But I am 100% about them going to heaven, because I saw my dog, our family's dog passed away in 2011. And the day he passed away, that night, I saw his spirit, his ghost, his spirit, whatever you want to call it, his soul, whatever you want to call it. He was laying down in his most favorite position, and with laying down on all three legs, with one leg stretched back behind his butt. He looked really happy. It gave me a warm feeling, a love, peace feeling, and I knew instantly. He didn't say anything, but I knew instantly. I just had this understanding that he was saying, "Don't worry, Zach. I am going to a very, very happy place. I'll be all right." So that is that. I think he showed himself to me because he knows that I saved his life. My mom was actually almost about to run him over with a car. He was laying down on the driveway behind the car. He got up and moved, and then we thought that he got up and just left the area. But he got up and lay down somewhere else behind the car. And then I screamed at the top of my lungs, way back in like 2010. At the top of my lungs, I screamed. And my mom heard my scream. And she stopped the car before running over our dog. He was going, yeah. He didn't die, obviously, because I saved his life, but he did die. He was like almost 16 years old. He had cancer all over his body. That was the cause of death. So, well, the cause of death was being euthanized, but that's basically, it's because of the cancer. So basically, the cancer is the thing that killed him. I had a rat. I had two rats in the past, Queen Chocolate and Princess Marshmallow. I didn't have that really close of a relationship with. So when you have a really close relationship with your animals or a person, you're really likely even more to see or to hear their spirit after they pass on than with people or animals that you don't have a close relationship with. Princess Marshmallow, I didn't really have a close relationship with her. She was scared of me all the time. She was she's just shy and scared all the time. Queen Chocolate, however, she loved me a lot. She groomed me. When rats groom you, that means that they've accepted you as one of their own, and it's a sign of affection, of love from to you. I had a really close relationship with her. So she died in December 16 of 2019. Princess Marshmallow died in March 2020, COVID starting point. In January 2020, I prayed to God saying, God, is my little Queen Chocolate in heaven? I don't know for sure if rats go to heaven or not. I know dogs do, but I don't know about little tiny like rodents. I hope they do, because they have a really great relationship with humans, just like dogs and cats and people and other animals. And I'm kind of a little worried that she's not in heaven. If she is she happy? Is she patient for me to arrive there someday? Immediately after I closed the prayer with Amen, I heard her squeak. She had a little happy squeak that she made sometimes, and I heard her squeak immediately after I said Amen. I heard her squeak, like literally, no, not even 2 seconds later after that. So that's confirmation from God that she is in heaven, and is happy. I was shook with, like, I was like solid, like I was in shock, but not bad shock. I kind of knew, like, I kind of had this peace feeling too, but same when I saw our dog's spirit. When you see a ghost, you're in shock. You're completely in shock when you see a spirit, and even when you don't see it but hear it, because you're hearing the dead, but it kind of makes you go in shock a little bit, but it's that type of shock was not bad shock. It kind of fills you up with a little peace actually too. So that's how I know animals go to heaven. If you have rats, mice, hamsters, guinea pigs, dogs, cats, they're in heaven. They're in heaven. Trust me, they are in heaven. Here's somebody many years ago told me this, back in 2014, I believe. If something is important to you that's not sinful, if it's important to you that is not sinful, it's important to God too. If something that's not sinful, a person, an animal, something that's not sinful, your favorite food to eat, if it's not a sin, like you can't eat something drenched in alcohol, it is important also to God, and it will be in heaven. It will be in heaven. So, will it be the same exact one that you had on earth, or will God duplicate or recreate the animal? Here's the thing with that. I've made a video about this, I think, before. If God duplicated or recreated an animal, or if a loved one of yours went to hell unsaved, but was also in heaven, but wasn't the real one, was like a replica, like a duplication of them, that would be deceiving. That would be deceiving you. And that would be kind of a lie as well, because they're not the real deal. And even though you will think that they're the real deal, because if you didn't think that they're the real deal, then that means you would know that the real ones were burning in hell. Or that the real animals, the real animals were ceased to exist, but what you have in their place is a replica, is a duplication. So I believe with all my heart that people who don't make it to heaven, God erases our memories of them. And no pets go to hell, because Hell is only made for, it was not even designed for man. It was made for the devil and his angels. Animals are not sinful. The Bible is all about mankind, not animals. You're probably like, well, then how an animals go to heaven? Well, because I've gotten confirmation from God that animals do go to heaven. And yes, they are the real deal. They're not duplications. They're not replicas. They're the real ones. They have little spirit souls as well. They have souls because I saw the soul of my dog, our family's dog. The day he passed away, that evening, that night, I saw his spirit. He was transparent. I could barely see him. You see through, just like a spirit is, because they're not physical, they're spiritual, and they don't have the same kind of body texture as a physical living person. So when you're seeing something spiritual and they appear to you see-through, transparent, because they don't have the same body textures. They're not a solid piece. They're see-through and stuff because they're not physical, they're spiritual. But in heaven, we're not going to be see-through. They're not going to be see-through. We're going to have solid bodies just like this, but they're going to be with no sin, no sickness, no death, nothing but happiness, joy, love, peace, holiness, and that's how it's going to be for all eternity. So don't worry. This body right here that you and I have is just a vehicle for us to get around in. Our soul inside here is our real person. This vehicle of ours, this body, this vessel, is just a vehicle of transportation to move around our soul. We're actually controlling our body with our brain, but our brain, parts of our brain, are actually activated with our soul. So otherwise, because if it wasn't, how could you remember your life on earth while you're in heaven, or your loved ones, if you have memory of them that got stored while you're alive after you're dead and in your soul form? Parts of our body is actually accessed by our soul. So yeah, I know it's kind of hard to wrap your finger around, but when you think about it, it's actually really, really awesome. So again, 99% sure that animals will come down in the rapture, that all of heaven will descend. Not heaven itself, but like the inhabitants, the angels, God the Father, Jesus Christ, all the saved, and all the animals will descend out of heaven itself, into the sky to greet us in the air in the rapture. I believe with all my heart, almost with all my heart, 99%, that they will be included in the rapture. But if I'm wrong about that, but I am 100% sure that your and my animals that have passed on are in heaven. Don't doubt my word on that, because God has given me confirmation that they are in heaven. They really are in heaven. It's a blessing. It's a miracle. And they're not replicas or duplications. They're the real deal. So I hope you guys enjoy. And I'll see you guys some other time.